cat in the house with central eating. Okay, let's go in this section. Oh, electrolysis. It's our panel. Okay. What do we have here? Storage. Storage. And let's continue. Some plants are still growing. And what do we have here? Oh. This will be the salad next month. It's ready. And little flower, winter flower in the greenhouse. Okay, and this is a mini greenhouse inside the greenhouse. Okay. And this one is my winter woodworking place. And that was the other one there. Okay. Let's clean that now. Done. Okay, all done too. Okay. Okay, quickly, what am I doing here? This piece of wood is up and down sawmill cut. The line are quite visible on the other side. And it's a cover of an abueto found in the mud. So I have some gluing to do to stabilize it. And because those, when it dry, it kind of crack like this. Okay, and I save many posts. I told you about that. I saved many posts after Dorian storm from the Danks Abueto, and I turned those posts. This is a post. I turned those posts in the miniature Abueto. Why I say miniature? Because, just a second. This is the size of the real door in the real abueto, still up there. You can see the channel will have been much wider and the tree will have been much wider. And this is the cover of such an abueto. Okay. So this is a post. It's a dike post that was afloat that I turned into an abueto to explain the type of construction. This one, it's a two board. The board finish here and another board cover this with a spacer right here. Not done yet. And this is the other abueto. This one have a recessed pocket. It's a bit different. Both type exist in Bevert. And this is an example of the door. There we go. And this is a recessed pocket. So there's a groove for the pins, but not in this one. The pins will be above here and with a spacer touching it and leave it, so it doesn't move. And there will be an R board on top here. So this one is different. Continuous and recess pocket. And as you can see, this was a post from the dike. I just trimmed the way it needs to be done to copy what I seen in the marsh. Okay. So this one's much more heavy. It's a bit bigger. It's a bit more, still a bit more damp. So when it's all dried out, probably varnish that. And this is what I do in this greenhouse. And yeah, it's messy. So when it's sunny, it's 20 in here. Quite comfortable. So some of my tools. Okay, and what do I do when it's not 20 here? I don't work here. I go in the house and I do mapping. Now let's go where I do mapping. Okay, that's the old door for the attic. Now let's go in the attic. And this is what I do when I'm not digging outside. I do mapping and my Acadian research stuff. I found all those little boxes and maps. I made maps and from our computer and a collection of stuff behind. I collect wood and iron also, and all the same stuff as our people, hand coins and button and all that, and more stuff found in the ground, all classified by site. Okay, show you. Whoops. Okay, so an example here on the iMac. I'm trying to establish what beaver looked like in 1755. The ductwork still visible enough to be traced back, and I use the LiDAR. This is what you see is LiDAR and overlay of my drawings. So if I take the LiDAR out and I put the 1927 and I take the map out and I obtain this, and this is the outline of many mapped together, and I try to figure out the pattern of erosion if you want, and from there I try to draw what the outline was most likely in 1755, and then from there I will add all the details of the charting that was used back then. So let's see this one here. Okay, this is also beaver, but as see it's beaver but no detail, but this is the best reality well surveyed land back then. A lot of much more simplified. This one, I know the land and I know this is pretty good. And so I'm going to take the symbols, the trees, the building and all that, and rebuild the section of a map only for that area and try to make it look realistic. And it's fun as we don't have any other map of Beaver with details on. So I'm going to create one with what I found so far and try to reinvent a map of 1755 the way it will look like if somebody came here and make a map. Just for fun. Okay, so I keep going. And this is my team. They are watching me working.
Hi, Jean-Luc.
And
It's always fun to work with you.
Yeah. Okay. And this is fun this summer again when we go back to the water. And I have many books, and this is, for example, those example of posts that I retrieve and the size and number of faces of the point. From Acadian posts from drifting at sea from Danks Dyke of 1747, and I take note of a lot of stuff. There you go. And try to create that map project plus all the rest of the research too. Thank you.